Okay, so now I have my project open, and you can see this is the timeline. This is called the library. These are menus you're going to need to flip through editing modes, and you'll be using that share button at the end. This is a preview window, but you can't make any movie until you have files in the library. There's two ways you can do that. One way is to use the Get Media button, and you browse and choose them. Uh, excuse me, I find it a little bit easier if you open the folder in which they're saved, and you can just drag and drop. So looks like we need most of these here. I think that's correct. I maybe don't need that one. And then I drop them, and it takes a few minutes, or maybe a few seconds. And then they're all stored here and available to use. And you can see that they're thumbnails, so you'll be able to see who's who. So, there's two different view modes for Premiere Elements. One is the scene line, where you really only see the clips as a clip. The other one is Timeline. Timeline's the one I want you using because it will make you a better video editor because you'll have more control over little things. So force yourself to sticking here. Now watch. I know that Alex said the. So I'm going to pull Alex down because I want to get to his the. So I do that, and if I click play, okay, so his very first word is the. So I want to isolate that out. I'm going to zoom in. Now that I've zoomed in, you can also see the waveforms. Those help you see where he said his words. But I want to cut this clip right here because I want to isolate the. So my playhead is pretty much where I want to cut. I click the scissors. It cuts into two different clips. I'm going to delete the one I don't want. And now this is all I have for my video. Okay, now, whoops, I'm going to trim it back a little just by doing this. And then that will make less time between that and the next word. I'm pretty sure, now, what I expect you guys to do is think ahead of time and make up your sentence ahead of time. Since I'm trying to just show the technical part of it, I'm not doing it in the proper order. But I know that Mitchell said rhinoceros, so I'm now going to pull Mitchell down, move the playhead so I can hear him. There, that second piece of him is rhinoceros. So I'm going to cut where my playhead is right now, delete the back part. I'm going to put my cursor right here, knowing that he hasn't started saying rhinoceros yet, because I can see that's his wavelength, and there's no wavelength here. So I'm also going to, I need to make sure that this clip is selected, so make sure it's purple. I'm going to hit the scissors again. I'm going to delete the word I didn't want. I'm going to back up so you can hear what I have. Okay, now you can see there's a huge delay between the and rhinoceros. So now I'm going to trim Mitchell in here. See how that timing works better. I can back my playhead up. Okay, so probably what I want now is a verb. So I'm going to have to look through the file clips to find someone that said a verb and build my sentence from there. But as I said, you guys should listen to all the clips first, decide what sentence you want first so you know exactly who to take clips from. That's mostly what you need to know for the day in which I'm gone. You can figure out other stuff by playing around with the program more. If you want to use the help files, you can. There's help in YouTube, but it's not super easy to find it specifically for Premiere Elements in what we want to do. But if you get really stuck, you're welcome to try to use that. Okay.